Yeah. Still Southside, but I can't show where I live. Yeah.
Osama is back in federal custody. He's facing forever and a little extra. His career might be
Lil
over
Durks Cousin, by the
after
way.
a superseding indictment was just unsealed. A federal grand jury in Chicago
nigga,
has
I'm on
indicted
it. I'm
7
overly
men on
locked in
robbery
now.
and kidnapping offenses for allegedly participating in a violent home invasion in Winnetka, Illinois last month.
And where?
Winnetka is one of the most expensive suburbs in the Chicago area, with many luxury homes showing a median price of $2 million, with the most famous being the Home Alone house from the 1990s classic. Roughly 20 miles from downtown Chicago, this wasn't the type of area you'd see Chirac drill rappers sticking someone up. But as we all know, you can never be surprised when it comes to Chicago. U.S. attorneys received search warrants within 12 days of the home invasion, but kept them under seal while continuing to obtain evidence to identify and arrest additional defendants involved in the violent incident.
So they knew you did this shit. You just probably thought you was low.
Year-old Deshaun Brown, 24-year-old David Franklin,
young goofy looking niggas, a bunch of young and dumb goofy niggas, bro. None of these niggas look like they ever had a 2.5 GPA in high school.
23-year-old
I'm just keeping it a whole bean.
with conspiracy
Even Zay Osama look like using an egg class,
kidnapping
bro.
in connection with the home invasion that took place March 8th. The 7th defendant has not yet been filed into the paperwork as he was just arrested. Now everyone knows Isaiah Dukes is none other than Chicago rapper Lil Zay Osama. And Keel Dukes, aka Big Folks, would be Zay's older brother. Anthony Ramsey, aka Lil Ant, is also said to be related to the brothers. No stranger to law enforcement, Zay was indicted by the feds after leaving a Glock with a switch inside of an Uber in New York City. He'd controversially be sentenced to only 14 months in federal prison and would be released in late 2024. Now obviously, 14 months for a switch is nothing and made plenty of people start to wonder, but after carefully looking through his federal paperwork, I figured out his low sentence was literally just due to having a great lawyer, Don Florio. But this case, this is gonna need a fucking miracle. According to the indictment, Franklin and Big Folk.
Man, when God gave you the fucking man, let me not swear with God's name. When God gave you the chance to go back in the world after you got caught by leaving a switch in an Uber in New York at that with the most strict gun laws, nigga, you should have been doing 20 off of that. Nigga, you came back and then tried to be a door dasher and rob somebody, bro. Like, nigga tried, like, you used that shit and turned it into more negative, smart shit, trying to do dumb shit but smarter. Instead of just, fuck it, like, I don't know. You goofy.
Communicated through phones about using a stolen vehicle to commit the robbery. The next day, Brown then drove Franklin, Chambers, and 2 others in a stolen vehicle to a home belonging to 2 victims, named in the indictment only as Victim A and Victim B. While on the way to the home, Chambers communicated with Zay to discuss the plan for the robbery. Once outside the home, Brown walked up posing as a food delivery driver to cause an individual within the home to open the front door. Armed with loaded weapons, Brown, Franklin, Chambers, and 2 others forced their way inside. They'd all pull guns, attempting to rob Victim A for his crypto. But the paperwork doesn't clarify if Victim A was actually home, only that he was the one they intended to rob. Instead, they physically restrained Victim B, keeping him captive while aiming guns at him. They demanded he give them access to the safe, computer, and any online accounts holding crypto. While inside the home, Chambers would again call Zay, who provided instructions regarding the information needed from Victim B to obtain the crypto.
Just got niggas doing goofy shit for you, bro.
Big Folks would also receive a call by one of the conspirators inside the home as the attempted robbery took place. All of the men then fled the scene, meeting up with Zay, Big Folks, and Lil Ant, who according to the paperwork searched them to make sure everything they took was collected. Apparently, they made off with $111,300.
That's not
Split
bad.
7 ways, that's roughly $16,000 per person.
That's not
The only
bad.
problem with that is a federal trial lawyer can cost anywhere from 100 to 500 fucking thousand.
That's pretty
if
bad.
you plan on taking it all the way.
That's
This
pretty
paperwork
bad.
is clearly alleging Zay sent some crash dummies
I ain't
to
gonna lie, bro. This whole situation's bad, but at least I heard niggas getting 15K, bro. I heard they killed fucking Young Dolph for $50. Like, even that shit with Quando Rondo, gang. I don't think the niggas that did that got paid by dirt. So, like, y'all niggas be just doing shit and not getting paid. At least this nigga did some dumb shit and tried to at least get paid, bro. You're dumb, but hey.
rob a crypto
Fuck it.
kid who they probably thought had millions that could easily be transferred without a trace. And that sounds good until you find out the feds have every text, call, and GPS location from every cell phone present. They know who made calls from inside the home during the time of the robbery. They know who texted what. They have the entire timeline of how this was planned.
Have y'all not learned from the last niggas? Did y'all think y'all was the only niggas that cameras and shit didn't apply to? Like, who shiesty just got booked a week ago, bro? You should have been chilling. You should have knew the feds was ready to book anybody that's rich and doing dumb shit.
Federal prison for interference with commerce by threat of violence up to 20 years. So mathematically speaking, all 7 of them were willing to risk life plus 20 for $16,000 apiece. Now the biggest factor in this case is going to be the
Technically
victim
speaking.
cooperating, which obviously he already is. Otherwise, no one would have known a home invasion took place. But if he is able to identify anyone, if he's had any previous relationships with anyone tied to Zay or Zay himself, that kind of information is the nail in the coffin. Some way, somehow, someone knew they had a shitload of crypto, most likely in the millions, and they came for it all. But here we are again, for the second time this year, speaking on a rapper who crashed out in a robbery turned kidnapping. The major difference between Zay and Pooh Shiesty is it would seem Zay was directing orders over the phone while Pooh pulled out the damn Draco. The feds are going to have to prove Zay was actually directing this on how it needs to go down, and that means the feds are going to do their best to get one of the 6 other men to fold, cooperate, and reveal it all.
For shit sure. For shit sure, bro. That might be the video, bro. I'm taking it that Lil Zay Osama physically wasn't there, but he ordered it, and none of them niggas is doing 20 plus for you, bro. So you might as well get your motherfucking your pen and pad and
Base
get ready.
44.
We gonna need some bangers while you in that can. For shit show.